Hey guys, and welcome back to another Simviation Bahamas video. We're getting set to go through the best part. We're gonna get the engine started and prepare to taxi out. But first, we still gotta go get our clearance right after the opening. Alright guys, alright, welcome back. Alright, let's get to it. So, last video, as you guys know, we did the fly the line run with speeds, or like I say, sometimes referred to as fly the line really well, Sir Thomas. So there's two acronyms, they both do the exact same thing. And like I said, we'll talk about that a little more as we go along. But we did our FMS setup, and we're all good there. We did our pre-flight, our our cockpit inspection, and all our tests, pre-flight tests. Those are all completed. So now, with that being done, let's go get a clearance quickly. Passengers are already on board, so let's go. Sorry about that. Key West ground, Phenom November 300 Delta Papa, Information Hotel. Request IFR clearance to North Eleuthera.
Stand by, you're number one.
I appreciate that.
Phenom 0 Delta Papa, Information Hotel is current. Clear to North Eleuthera. After departure, fly radar vectors car new, then is filed. Runway 9er. Initial climb to 3000. Departure on 124.025. Squawk 4644.
Help me! Help me!
Okay, 4644. And I did not get the, let's see. Alright, Phenom 300 Delta Papa is cleared to the North Eleuthera Airport via radar vectors. Depart off runway 9. Climb maintain 2000. And expect radar vectors to Cantu, I think? Carnu, sorry. And what was the departure frequency? Completely forgot. Departure probably 124025. And departure frequency is 124.025 for Phenom November 300 Delta Papa. Hopefully that satisfies him. Ground, you copy the readback for Phenom 300 Delta Papa, cleared to the North Eleuthera Airport via depart off runway 9, radar vectors to Carnu, climb maintain 2000, and departure is 124.025, squawk 4644. Come on, SayIntentions, don't let me down. Don't let me down.
Phenom 0 Delta Papa, readback correct.
Oh, okay, good. Alright, thank you. Alright, so with that being done, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to go. So we're going to close the aft door, we're going to close the main cabin door, we're going to move the chocks, the parking brake is set, and security cones, red carpet, and we're going to leave the GPU. Alright, so let's go to before start checklist. Alright, so like I said, we want to make sure the color's at the top of the screen, otherwise you may be over here, so you will be wasting your time. Alright, so we're over here. Alright, so here we go. Oxygen mass. Okay, so unfortunately that is not simulated. Alright, so we can't test the actual oxygen. Alright, test panel. except stall warning protection and ice, which is what we did, right? We did the annunciator, the smoke, and the fire, right? So we'll say that test is complete. We did fire detection, we did smoke, we did annunciator, test panel is off, it is off, fasten belts are on. External lights, we got nav for now, emergency lights are armed, fuel quantity and balance, we got 1955 is check, oxygen pressure for dispatch. All right, so we gotta go to our, oh no, wrong screen. That's one thing I do not like. I wish they would make this easier. Anyway, that would be for the pros and cons video. So we'll talk about that here in a minute. All right, so we're gonna go to aircraft systems. We're gonna go to status. All right, so there we go. So status is showing oxygen is 1720. All right, so that's all good. Oh boy. All right, here we go. Back over on the right screen. All right, oxygen pressure is good. Thrust levers idle. Parking brake is set. Engine ignition switches are auto. Oops. And doors, they're all closed, right? According to the screen. All right, foresight check is complete. All right, so let's go ahead and start the engine. So first things first, we had the air conditioning off. We're gonna turn it, sorry, we had it on. So we're gonna turn it off for a second. All right, 2 pages we want up. We want your system page for your, hang on. Alright, so system page for your fuel. And this system page would be electrical. Alright, so those are the 2 things you want to look at. Alright, so we're going to go to run. What we're looking for is the standby pump to come on, sending the fuel to the engine. That's all good. And then we're going to roll it to, and this also turns the beacon on, right? Putting the start stop switch to run will turn the beacon on. All right, so the beacon would be on and we're going to start. We would start time. And we got N2, ignition, fuel, ITT, N1, oil pressure, and oil temperature is rising. Alright, ignition is cut out. That's when we'll stop the clock. And we got rollback on the ITT. Alright, stable start. Alright, so start engine 1. So we go run, looking for the fuel pump to come on. Good, it is. And we're gonna go start. So we got N2, ignition, looking for fuel. There's fuel, there's light off, there's N1, there's oil pressure, there's oil temperature. So it happens really quick, like that. Even in the real plane, it happens quick. Alright. Good, ignition's off, so we'll cut the timer and roll back. Okay, stable start. Power from the aircraft. Generator loads are fine, and we will tell them to go ahead, give them a signal to disconnect. Alright, we go
Delta 1072, runway 9er taxi via Alpha 3, Alpha 1.
The emergency button, so we press it. It's not supposed to drop below 23.5. Just want to make sure that the battery has sufficient charge in the event you have an electrical emergency. Alright, so that's all good. Close that down. And okay, so now we're supposed to do our stall test. Now, unfortunately, this does not work the way it's supposed to. So anyway, so we hold the start for 4 seconds.
Stall.
Alright, so I'll let it go.
Stall.
And then it's supposed to push, but it's not doing that. So I just let the yoke go. So anyway, we'll consider that test successful, right? But it's not successful. Oh, air condition on. It's not successful unless it pushes. Alright, so we did that. And then you would test your backup trim. So move the backup. You get pitch trim, normal, fail. That's fine. And then we go up or down.
Trim.
And we're gonna go the other way now. I think it was 7.7.
Trim.
Alright, and we'll talk about that too once we land in North and neutral. Alright, and we'll go back up to off. And we'll check the roll trim. 1, 2, 3. Go back. 1, 2, 3. Yaw trim. 1, 2, 3. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Alright, good. Alright, so, and lastly, we're going to go flight control check. Left, right, back, down, and rudder. Rudder's good. Alright, good. Now let's run the after start. So, we should have covered everything. So we got GPU. Oh, shoots. Am I not? Oh, alright, now we're controlling the screen again. Alright, GPU. Disconnect. Alexa emergency button. That's what we tested. That was what we tested down here. So we pushed it in, checked the voltage, and the batteries were above 22.5. Then we pushed the button out. Right? Install warning protection system test panel test. We did that. Test panel is off. It is off. AFCS control unit. Okay, so now we would usually hit the TOGA buttons, but it's not. Oh, it's working now. Oh, they must be fixed that in the previous version. Okay, thank you very much. Alright, good. So that's working. And we'll set runway heading. And good. Alright, so AFCS, we got heading, TO, and outcell. So that's all good. Engine takeoff data is set. LFE set. Takeoff speeds. V1, VR, V2, VFS is set. And V2 is also set with the speed indication. And speed selector knob, we're using it in the manual. Transponder is set. And TCAS is in the auto position. Altimeters are still 2999. We got 1, 2, 3 set. And flight controls checked. Trims check and set. And flaps 1. External lights are nav. And ice protection is not required. After takeoff checks. Whoa, what's that all about? What's going on with my head and boat? Oh, okay, that was weird. Alright, after takeoff checks. I'm sorry, after start checks complete. Alright, let's go for taxi. Ground Phenom 300 Delta Papa. Gray taxi.
Phenom 0 Delta Papa, runway 9er taxi via Bravo 8 Alpha Alpha 1.
Alright, Bravo 8 Alpha Alpha 1 Phenom 0 Delta Papa. Alright, so I really gotta move this over. Hang on, guys. Let's move this over. Alright, so now I'll move the checklist over here. We'll go put before takeoff there. And then on this panel, we'll go status. And then on this one, we'll do charts. Okay, there we go. So we zoom in with this button. Alright, so Bravo 8 and Alpha, right? Alright, so here we go. So we're going to go taxi light on. And it's time to move. Alright, right side, left side's clear, turning left. this is taking a lot of power to move. Alright. Advisory. Alright, so bleed 1, bleed 2 off. So that's fine. Alright, let me just make sure.
Approaching runway 27. Approaching runway 27.
November 86, November Quebec, contact Miami Center on 133.275. Over to Miami Center on 133.275, November 86, November Quebec.
So we're just going to go ahead, we're going to do the before takeoff. So the takeoff config button is right here.
Takeoff okay.
Alright, takeoff config.
November 397, Tango uniform ready to taxi.
Takeoff config checks for
November
Jim
397, Tango
in the
uniform,
green
runway
line.
9er taxi via
Flaps
Bravo 6, Alpha, Alpha
greater
1.
than 0, but less
Runway
than
9er taxi
3.
via Bravo 6, Alpha, Alpha 1, November 397, Tango
Spoilers,
uniform.
And that the park and brake is off, okay? So that's what it tests for. So if you're taxiing single engine, you go on the runway and you happen, or before you go on the runway, you test, it's going to tell you test okay. Once your trim, flaps, and everything else is set, so be careful with that. Alright, so let's just run that for a second. Alright, takeoff config checked, cast messages, just bleed 1 bleed, 1 and 2 off, that is fine. Fasten belts are on, yaw damper is off, auto throttle, we don't have it. And then once we're cleared into position, it'll just be transponder, TCAS, and make sure passengers are advised. We'll switch to the tower. Tower Phenom 300 Delta Papa holding short runway 9, ready for takeoff.
Phenom 300 Delta Papa, Key West Tower, no delay. A319 on a 9er mile final runway 9er, winds 110 at 14, gusting 23. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
I feel the need for speed.
Alright, no delay, clear for takeoff, runway heading, Phenom 300 Delta Papa. Alright, so shortly before takeoff, transponder is set, TCAS is auto, and passengers
Approaching
are seated,
runway
lights are all
9.
on. Alright. And we'll change this to... I'll deal with those airborne. Actually, you know what? I'll do this.
On runway 9 remaining.
Let's go map.
4,600 feet.
Alright, let's go. So brakes, hold. Gonna go and accelerate to the TO position. There it is. Alright, so we got pick up our set. Power set, ATR is green, airspeed is alive. There's 70 knots. Continue to take off. 1, rotate. So we're gonna go. Alright.
Stall.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not good. Pause the brake. Gear up. And there's 400 feet. We're gonna go flaps up. Alright, and we are going to autopilot on. That 2,000
Approaching
feet is
runway
brutal.
9.
Contact departure, Phenom 0 Delta Papa. Departure, Phenom 0 Delta Papa is with you. Runway heading level 2,000.
Phenom 300 Delta Papa, Navy Key West departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 250, turn left, heading 025, vectors to Carnu, then on course.
Okay, can you repeat the instructions again for Phenom 0 Delta Papa? Because I was...
Phenom 0 Delta Papa, Navy Key West departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 250, turn left, heading 025, vectors to Carnu, then on course.
Alright, 050 on the heading, climb maintain, flight level 250, Phenom 0 Delta Papa. So
Approaching runway 8. Caution! Caution!
We're gonna climb. Here we go. Set climb thrust. There we go. Altitude. Alright, and we're gonna climb at 225. So I'm gonna catch up with everything right now, guys. Just give me a minute. Okay. All right. Let's go after takeoff, right?
Delta Papa, direct departure, then it's filed.
I assume he said direct Carnu, then it's filed. Phenom 0 Delta Papa. Alright, so we're gonna hit Carnu, we're gonna go direct, activate, and we're gonna go nav. We got FMS, and here we go. Alright, so let's go after takeoff check. So we got, alright, landing
Delta
gear.
1072, contact Miami Center on 124.75.
Levers is con climb. Auto throttle is not applicable. Speed selector, we're doing 225 in the climb. Which reminds me, so we'll go landing lights, taxi lights off now. Just about coming to 10,000 feet. There it is. Alright, altimeters, yaw dampers on. Okay, and they're above 10, right? So we're gonna go sign, but outlets we're gonna go off and on. And let me
and see the dark. Out in the field from dawn till dusk, swimming in the blue pool is a must. That island where I was born, the first thing I'll do is roast some corn. Wake up early one morning, kiss my mama goodbye. Going back to the island, I say don't worry, mama, don't cry. Cooking outside in the iron pot, though young when I learned, I haven't forgotten how to catch them black crab as they walking. Smoking pipe and talking. Saturday night we're gonna dance and sway. Shake my belly and do the gumby. People, don't you understand? I live like a king and be a happy man. Wake up early one morning, kiss my mama goodbye. Going back to the island, I say don't worry, mama, don't cry. Wake up early one morning, kiss my mama goodbye. Going back to the island and say, don't worry, mama, don't cry. I got to go back to the island. I got to go, man. I got to go back to the island. I got to go back to the island. I got to go, man. I got to go back to the island.
Up here the sunlight shimmers on the blue. Across the tropics